Welcome back. If you don't know me, my name is Hannah and I'm just a girl doing girly things. Today's girly thing is going to be teaching you the 5 top tips that I have on my 80-pound weight loss that has kept me consistent and continuously losing weight. The only plateaus that I have hit was when I fractured my tailbone, and these 5 tips got me back into losing the weight again after that plateau from that injury. So I'm going to jump right into it, try and keep it a little short today. So my first tip is that consistency is better than perfection. Everybody wants to think that they have to go 100% every day. It has to be the perfect workout, the perfect outfit, the perfect calorie deficit, the perfect water intake. It doesn't. Any small step towards a better progress is, or a better you is progress. So if you start with 1,000 steps a day and you bump it up to 2,000 steps a day, that right there is great consistency and it starts you off on the right foot. So it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect with some hardcore workout regimen or anything like that. You know, the 75 hard, I did my own 75 soft, and it was really just to build myself with consistency and not motivation, determination. That's the word I wanted. So that is number 1. Consistency is better than perfection. Number 2 is 15 minutes are better than 0. So 15 minutes spent walking outside, doing some yoga, swimming if you have that as an option, is better than doing 0 movement. If you were to stand in front of your TV while you watch an episode and walk for 15 minutes in place during that episode, those 15 minutes are better for you than doing none. And that's okay. It's the small things that get you there. Number 3 is to eat what you want, but add what you need. I know this is regurgitated information, and I was doing this before I had even actually seen it on TikTok, I think is where I had originally seen some creator posting about it. But that was one thing that I never found restricting myself completely out of something that I wanted actually curbed the craving. If anything, it actually led me more to having binge days and binge eating sessions because I wanted a cookie, but I was like, oh no, I'll do some makeshift date and peanut butter thing. And while those are good, I do like them, but if that's not what I want, I end up eating that and then an hour later going back for what I want. So instead, if, say I want pizza, I'll have pizza, but I'll add a salad or some roasted veggies to it, or, you know, something that boosts the nutritional value, like for waffles. I love waffles and pancakes. So what I've been doing is instead of just smothering them in butter and peanut butter or butter and maple syrup, I will add peanut butter or cottage cheese and peanut butter, cottage cheese and honey and fruit, stuff like that that keeps me kind of away from the processed butter infused flavored maple syrups and gets me more nutritional value out of those meals. So eat what you want, but add what you need. Consistency, moderation, and not deprivation are going to help you so much along this journey, because I promise you that unless it is something that seriously triggers an emotional response out of you, and you cannot have it around you, you're safe to eat it. I promise you, one cookie is not going to completely derail your progress. It's actually something for me that I have to have a little sweet treat or some type of treat almost daily. Some days, I'll have a handful of chips, which, are not too bad for you. Some days I want to have a couple chocolates, and that's okay as long as it fits into my calorie deficit and I have the other macros that for my day that I needed. I'm golden. Don't deprive yourself because it's not going to work. Number 4 is to walk more often. And again, regurgitated info. Any movement is good movement in my book. So if you are going to the grocery store, instead of parking right beside the entrance, park a little farther back. Make it so you have to walk a few extra steps to get to the door. Or if you have the chance between an elevator or the stairs, take the stairs. one thing that I really did was when I was brushing my teeth or if I was waiting for coffee to brew, I stood there and I did a little 5-minute power walk. And those extra steps, my daily steps now, I'm hitting anywhere between 10 to like 15,000 steps on a good day. And then there are some days where I have great days where I can hit 18,000 steps, 20,000 steps. It all just depends on how I'm doing that day and what little habits that I did throughout the day. So walking more and more often. So if you can't find the time to fit in a full 40, 60-minute walk, take 5 minutes every hour if you can. You know, stand in place at your desk, get up, stretch. If you have an extra 5 minutes on your lunch break, walk around your parking lot. I do all of these things, and while some of my coworkers may think I'm absolutely insane, it's helping me, and that's all I care about. And then number 5, this I feel like is going to be controversial for some of you because I know so many people are against coffee first thing in the morning, and I actually was too, but I have found that especially on the weekends, that if I don't start my day with coffee as the first thing and I try to actually eat beforehand, I'm hungrier throughout the day. Oh, I have to crack my elbow, sorry. Having fractured elbow healing and not getting into physio for another week after is not fun. It cracks a lot and it's not comfortable. But coffee, caffeine, it could be caffeine itself or it could just be the coffee itself. I don't remember. But one of them is actually like an appetite suppressant. And for me, that has helped so much because I don't get a lot of sleep, and I will admit that's something I need to work on. But I only get about 6 to 7 hours a night, and that's a good night if I get either of those. Most nights it's around 5. But when I only sleep for 5 hours and I'm up more, even on the days that I go to work, I get hungrier. But if I start my day with coffee, I don't feel that hunger and the need to snack as much until I get to work. Because obviously when I'm at work, I can't just go snack. I work in a production plant. You can't just snack around what you're producing. So I am stuck at work with the limitations of my breaks. But while I'm at home, if I get that urge to eat, it's a lot harder for me to be like, oh no, okay, I don't actually need to eat. Because sometimes I actually do, like I am actually hungry. But I find that the coffee kind of prolongs that for me. And sometimes it actually just helps me because it kind of stops that really early morning need to stuff my face, I guess, for better lack of words. And this is coming from somebody who had a binge eating disorder after trying to recover from an anorexic eating disorder. So I went from barely eating anything to overeating everything. And this helps because it helps prolong kind of a fast, I guess. It's not really a fast because you're still ingesting something, and the way that I make my coffee, I still have the milk calories, which could also be helping as well because milk is, in my opinion, it's good for you. You know, it's got calcium, it's got protein in it, it's got what you need, and I mix that with my coffee and it's great. So for me, it kind of prolongs the need that I'm like, oh, I really need to eat something. And generally when I start eating, I kind of like, especially on days where I don't have much going on, it's hard for me to not think about food. So the way that I kind of mitigate that is to have that appetite suppressant first thing in the morning where it prolongs how long I can kind of make it into my day without needing to sit down and have a big meal or continuous snacks throughout the day. I'm notoriously known for my grazing snacking, and it's very bad. It's still something that I'm working on. But I've lost 80 pounds so far in my weight loss journey, and I can't wait to do the videos where I can say I lost 100 pounds in this journey. But for me, these 5 tips have been incredible, and I really hope that they do help you get through it too. If you implement any of them, fantastic job. I'm proud of you. If you've lost any weight, if you haven't lost any weight, but you are still trying to get yourself onto your journey, I am proud of you. If you need a sign, this is your sign, okay? Take care of yourself. You should, and everybody should. I definitely should have started sooner, but I have had a lot of mental health issues, and that is no excuse. I'm just saying, within those mental health issues, I took food as a coping mechanism, and it's taken a lot of time for me to get myself out of that, and I'm still working through some of the things that I have to. So, but consistency and you know, not having an all or nothing mindset. Little steps, okay? Little steps get you where you are. When I first started this, I was not walking 10,000 steps a day. I was maybe hitting 5,000. Maybe. And I was getting winded just doing those 5,000, even if I was doing little 5-minute bursts. And now I can sit there and I can go for hour walks if I want to, and I'm doing so much better. Take care of yourselves, okay? And if you like this kind of things, I will continue to be posting little tips like this on my weight loss journey as I continue to go through it and learn more and find out more things that seem to just, you know, work for me. I would love to help any of you during your journey as well. These little tips, like, I know it really is regurgitated info, but with all of the stuff going on right now and all of the information posted, it truly is not a one size fits all for weight loss. And just these are some of the tips that helped me. And I'm not going to say they're guaranteed, but they are great stepping stones to start. And it's a great foundation. So if you need to take these and add them even more, do it. Do what works for you and what helps you on your journey. But if this is the kind of content that you would like to see, I would truly appreciate it if you gave a subscribe, a like, or a comment. All three would be fantastic, but I'm not going to be upset if you don't, because even just viewing it, I appreciate that support anyways. But I do also have a goal to try and reach 100 subscribers by June. I know that seems like a lot of people, but I am fully in the mindset that if you ask, you shall receive, and I am asking, and hopefully I shall receive. But I hope you all have a lovely day. It's beautiful outside. If it's not beautiful where you are, hopefully it's beautiful the next couple of days. But for me, I am going to go make myself a little iced coffee and sit on the deck and enjoy some of this sunshine with a good book. Love y'all. Bye. Till next time.